I just figured I'd get it out there since, you know, it's just like real late and I guess all I do is really talk about boxing. So, Andre Berto versus Josesito Lopez is what's been floating around. In my recent videos, I've mentioned it, but now I'm doing a full video on it. On Josesito Lopez's Twitter, he's saying that he's going to be coming back in March or April. He's an Al Haymon fighter. He's a perfect lower tier undercard Al Haymon fighter. The perfect undercard fighter. Because why? He'll keep the fans excited as far as paying attention to the bout. And also, he provides exciting fights. I mean, they call him the Riverside Rocky. It's because he's just, you know, really, he does not quit. You know, he will fight. I can't say to the death because he's still alive, but he puts on good fights. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live at RealCombatMedia.com. Pulling an all-nighter. I got my second win. I'm not as tired anymore. But I cover every single major fight live, press conferences, weigh-ins, news, predictions, post-fights, reviews, HBO 24/7, all access, boxing footage on my Facebook. TstreeT Controversy on Twitter. Right down below, it's active. The links to all my social media and everybody's social media on YouTube is in the description box or right there on their page when you go to the About section. So, moving on. People want to ask me a whole bunch of questions about this and that. Well, how do you know this and that? That's what I got my social media for. So, Andre Berto was going for quite some time. Remember the PEDs, remember the shoulder injury, and remember the bout that was supposed to be with Victor Ortiz again. But we're not even going to touch on the Victor Ortiz situation. Honestly, Andre Berto would beat Victor Ortiz this time, in my own opinion. But when you look at Andre Berto, when he was stopped by Soto Karass, you think like, well, if you look at the two other defeats, it's because he took beatings. You know, he took a beating when he fought Victor Ortiz. Even though Ortiz took a beating himself, he took a beating. And then Robert Guerrero damn near turned him blind. So, you know, looking at he fought Steve Upsher Chambers, looking at he was still fast and he still had the power, you know, because he actually won the fight. I remember I covered the fight just off of jabbing, basically. Just jabbing the shit out of him and just the activity. So when I try to see him against Josesito Lopez, I look at Lopez as being, you know, the type of fighter that the way he beat Victor Ortiz and the way he looked against Marcos Maidana till Marcos Maidana beat him down. That's who the Riverside Rocky Josesito Lopez is. Those are the type of fights that he will provide you. Now, as far as this fight is concerned, against Andre Berto, of course I'm going to give him a chance because when Andre Berto has gone up against brawlers and people that can crowd his space, what have we seen? He lost 3 times, and one of them was by knockout against Soto Karass. And even when you look at the Zavek fight, remember that fight not too long ago? He was having some problems later on before Zavek's eye was cut. And I covered that fight. That's how long ago that was. So I look at it like this. This is Al Haymon's grand opening of Premier Boxing Champion. I'm trying to get used to saying Premier Boxing Champions. Haymon Boxing is just a managerial advisory company of the boxers. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Love.